Alright, what's up guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Buildit video. This is the high-level Contest of Mayors Metro League walkthrough. I told you guys that I would update you, and this is part 3. So yesterday, after I turned the camera off, I had to let those lawn chairs make, which I did. And, man, let me tell you, I had to clear out the entire shop full of stuff that I had. That took 1 token, and then it took 2 tokens to complete the 12 lawn chairs. So it took 3 tokens to get this assignment done. Now, so far at this point in the contest, man, I'm going to tell you guys, this is why I don't play CoM at a high level, because once we get done with these screenshots, I'm going to tell you guys everything that I've spent so far. Okay, so let's see here. Lawn chairs. I did that. Some of these I did double screenshots for on accident because I couldn't remember if I had already taken the screenshot, and I wanted to make sure that it was there, so I figured if I took doubles, I would just delete them. Alright, so definitely took a double screenshot there, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. Now, after the lawn chairs finished, I had about 36 minutes or so on the electrical. So I went ahead and I waited for that 36 minutes to go by, and I went ahead and I got that electrical assignment done for 2,350 points. Now at this point, the contest hasn't even been up 24 hours yet, and I've already got, let's see, 21 assignments done. So, and making the right choices, mind you, not 21 assignments done and just flying through it like making the wrong choices. So this is what is expected of you in the Mega League, that you get these assignments done. I'm right on track, okay? Right on track, because if I get any downtime at all for between factory assignments or whatever, I need to really take into consideration here that next week I'm going to have 10 more assignments. So plus 15 tickets. Now, when you're at my level and you're playing the Contest of Mayors in the Mega League, you can pretty much expect to have to use all 15 tickets every single week, because everybody else does, okay? So the odds of you exceeding their score, well, without having to use 15 assignments that they were able to use is less likely. So be prepared for that. All right, now, right after the electrical, I get a TV assignment. This one took almost 2 tokens. Yeah, it took 2 tokens. 9 TVs, so I was able to get that done in about 2 hours or so. Then, there's a double screenshot. Okay, then I went ahead and I did the 2,400 epic points project that I got. Now, this is the 3rd epic project that I've had so far this whole round. I had a 2,400 earlier, a 1,600, and now another 2,400. So I went ahead and I started the epic project on my regional map, the Frosty map, and I did the 60 points. I can't remember if I've already got the 1,600 or if it's about to come up here. Yeah, I think it comes up here in just a second. This would be the 2nd epic that I've done so far, because I do 1 assignment and then I get another epic project. Okay, so I do an Omega upgrade for 2,000 points. Now, Omega is premium. Why am I choosing these assignments here? Because if you look at my list, I had the eco bags, which technically are premium because they're production, but they're very low in comparison to like the 2,400 epic that's technically non-premium, but taking up a 2,400 placement value. So I'm obviously going to do that, right? Then I have a 900 beef, which, to be honest with you, I probably will not ever touch that task at all in this round because I'm a high-level player. If I was a low-level player, I would be prepping beef. I'm not a low-level player. Why is there a difference here? Because rotation is completely different for high-level players as opposed to low-level players. High-level players can do all of their tasks. They don't have to say, okay, there's a specific part of my list that I can't touch. For example, you know, upgrades, for example, right? They don't touch those at low level because they're camping. So they have to find a way to either leave them sit or cancel. If they cancel too many, it hurts their score too badly. If they leave them to sit, when they're really, really, you know, high valued points, they have a problem, you know, because they don't get anything better. So they have to know when to let stuff sit and when to cancel. And that can be really tricky. So for you high level players, you have it so much easier in that regard that you don't have to worry about that. You can simply just do them. But that's just it though. It costs you so much more to have that mindset and say, you know what? Every task that comes across my plate, I'm going to do it. So even though your choices are easier, it's going to cost you. Okay. So here we've got the Omega buildings. Now this is a premium task. It's worth 2,000 points, so it's still holding my 2K average with its 2,000 points. And right now everything else in my list is below it. So it would be foolish for me to do anything but this. Now we go to the pain in the butt task. Now at this point, this is where somebody in a high league would take this opportunity to make a mistake and do something else because they don't want to do this. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you for not wanting to do this task. This task sucks. But that's the path you chose when you decided to play competitively. And if you want to win and you don't want to waste your entire week and all your resources for nothing, then you have to make this sacrifice and say, you know what? If I want to win, this is what's expected of me. You can't skip these tasks. These are some of the worst tasks that come across your plate are the regional tasks, but they have to be done. And that's why I tell you guys to be very careful, you know, with prepping regional items. Make sure you always have regional items that you can sell to the bubbles, and make sure that you have your shipments ready. Don't click them prematurely and start that timer. Okay, I finished that task, and now I get a gnomes task. Now, right now, this is still my best option, okay? So I had 1,760 points here that I could say, okay, I also have 1,740 in those ecotechs down below. But I went ahead and I did the gnomes because I knew that I would end up having to do those ecotechs soon anyways. Now I get a 3,000 upgrade for Tokyo, so I went ahead and did that. Mind you, you got to have your airport buildings here, or your airport items, so try to keep 2 of each of those. And then I went ahead and I did the ecotechs. Now, this is where shit hit the fan. So ecotechs make every 6 minutes. And I fell asleep. Yeah, I fell asleep for about 20 minutes and shorted myself about 3 rounds. So I had to pay 45 cash for the remaining ecotechs in order to not screw up my assignment. Now, in Mega, this would be absolutely expected of you. I did it this time because of the purpose of the video and because I was that pissed off that I missed my timer. And I've already spent so much this week anyways, it really doesn't matter. But if I was in Mega, this would absolutely be a time where you could really hurt yourself. So if you're playing in the middle of the night, don't be like me and play assignments that run out that quickly, you know, like an hour. I cannot tell you how many times I've lost Mega because I thought I was wide awake and I had a wood task and I was waiting for the last batch of wood and I fell asleep for 20 minutes or something and missed my timer. Okay? If you're not like wide awake, be very careful because I'm telling you, it'll happen. Okay, so let's see here. I was like, what does CPT want? I was like, I thought I turned my notifications off. All right. Now, we're getting close to the end here. So right now, I checked the leaderboard. And we've got Mother in the lead for 70,000. He's been in the lead since the beginning. I haven't checked his map or any of his stats to see if he's hacked. I don't think he is, though. I don't know. He could be. You know, hackers have gotten really smart with the not putting up obscene amounts of points very quickly, but they still have other things about their cities that you can watch for to see if they're hacked. But I don't think he is. But I'll double check everybody's profiles next week, or not next week, no, later today. So then I get a delivery to Tokyo for 3,000 points. Okay, that's what I'm working on now. When I went to bed, all I was missing was the coconut oil bottles. and I had those making. So when we open the game here in just a second, that's where we're going to pick up off at. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get this game started. I'm still getting my coffee. Actually at the window right now. It's like 5:20 in the morning here. Okay. I do have an update coming out on that design feature thing. For those of you who have been curious about it. So be sure to watch that as well. Bye. Okay. Hang on just a second here. So, as you can see, I'm on my Sunny map because I was waiting for the coconut oil bottles when I fell asleep last night. I'm going to go ahead and grab these coconuts here, and then probably put something down to be made. Okay, so let's get over there, get this damn thing on the road. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So far, what I've spent on the contest. Okay, let's see. I had 650 cash plus about the 50 that I collected yesterday from my daily thing, and then I started, I believe, with 50. So I had 750 and I have 520. That's what I've spent in cash, so 200 and something on the cash. And I've spent, I want to say, about 15 gold tokens, maybe more. Some were, you know, needed, some were not needed. So I'd probably say the ones that were required of me, probably about 6 or 7 required for sure that I do. Let's see. I've done 2 epic projects. I haven't completed the second one yet. I'm letting it sit in case I get another epic task. And I have spent, I started off with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've spent about 5 storage items, and I want to say about 5 VU and 5 dozer. So probably about 15 of each rare, plus whatever airport upgrades that I've done. I think I've done 6. I'd have to go back and look. I can't remember if it was deliveries or airport upgrades. But I remember I did 3 Tokyo upgrades. And then the money it cost me for the Omega upgrades, for the Omega items, that's 7,000 an upgrade. And I've had to do, let's see, I think 3 of those. So it's been a pretty expensive day, let me tell you. I'm only 1 day into the contest and it's already been pretty expensive. So essentially, I have to place within the top 10 players in order to go into Mega next week. So in order to even get this video, I have to fall above that line, right? So I can't afford to not. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do this all again next week, and then it's just going to cost me even more so. So I might as well put forth the effort and the money now rather than have to do it 2 weeks in a row. Okay, so right now we get another Omega upgrade for 2,000. Which is not a good sign in terms of I could be falling into a loop here. Meaning this could be really expensive, because if I fall into a loop where I have 5,000 points being rewarded for every 2 tasks, that's a good average. But man, that's going to be hectic because it's $20 per Tokyo shipment. Okay, so hopefully we don't fall into a loop here. Now, let me get some of these tokens collected here, and then we'll get that Omega thing done. See how every time I'm done with the task, I immediately figure out what my next choice is and get it done? I don't dink around. That is where a lot of people, I think, fall off, because I don't know what it is they're doing that's making it take 12.5 hours to get 1 damn assignment done. And what's frustrating, I guess, too, is when they're in my CoM training course and they're people that I know are on the game all the damn time. It's not like, you know, they're like, oh, I'm working a 12-hour shift and I just can't be on the game. They're on the game. And most of the time, the people that do the worst are on the most. And that's what baffles me, because it's like, what the hell are you doing, man? What are you doing with your time? It doesn't make sense. And I think a lot of it is that they aren't trying to get shit done quickly. They don't care. They're just like, oh, I have a bricks task. That'll take 17 and a half hours, so see you then. It's like, no, dude, that ain't how this works. You can't afford to spend 17 hours on one damn task, so you better get with the program. You know what I mean? Truthfully, though, it's... if there's any way that you can speed up a task, you take it. Okay. For instance, right there, that's not going to fly. We need to get this done. So let's place another one. I always try to leave one upgrade available in case I get, you know, like an airport or something. Once I do an upgrade, it'll add the additional, and then I can drop it down again. Now, I only had to do 2, so I could have watched a 30-second video, but it's all right. Now we're going to watch the 30-second video. Whoa. Okay, dude, that's annoying. I don't want to listen to that. Okay. There we go. So we've got both of those done. Boom, another task down. Now we've done a total of 31 tasks. And we're running over, well, yeah. Cool. So, we're running a little bit barely behind it all. Let's see here. I'm trying to look at the list here. So, okay. Now, this is a time where an assessment goes in place. Because here's the thing. Now we don't have an obvious choice. So now we really need to look at everything. So we've got keys for 1,600. Now, this task typically is almost always in your list, and it can only be worth a certain amount of points, but so can the Paris. And the Paris cost me cash. So either way there, the keys and Paris are pretty hand in hand in that regard. Now, I've got the eco bags for 1,440, and that's a premium task. But that's a pretty high drop in points for the competition that I'm dealing with. If I was to take that launch VU, I do open up the possibility of getting a 3K launch. But that spawn rate is very, very low for this task. So that's really risky. Really, really risky. I have a war booster assignment for 1,000 that could open up anything. Like, it could just open up a 3,000 upgrade. It could open up pretty much anything. Now, before, in some of my really early videos, you'll hear me talk about this task and tell you never touch it. Now, that was before a recent update where this task actually has been not popping up continuously in your list. Okay, so for a long time, the moment you cleared this task, it came right back. It was always in the bottom of your list every single week. Not anymore. So now, if you need to open up a placement, you can, if you have to, use this. Do it as a last resort, usually, okay? So right now, let me see how long until we end war. I think we're out of war. Nope, let's see, hang on. Okay, we're not winning. That's good. So we've got 5 hours, 1 minute. So yeah, I've still got time to decide if I want to do that war booster. So basically right now, it comes down to, do I want to take 600 points less to open up a possibility? Or do I want to say screw it and just add 600 points? Now, given that I'm in Metro, and given that I have 19 tasks remaining still, I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to do the launch VU in hopes that it either opens up something better or it comes back as a 3K VU at some point, because right now, as long as it's sitting in the bottom of my list, it's not going to give me any launch VU that's better. It's not going to give me anything. It's just going to sit there. So let's get this one repair done. Now, somebody in my group yesterday, one of my CoM training courses, was like, I have a repair, so I can't do my launch assignment. It's like, what do you mean? Well, I still have repairs to do. So repair them. Then do the launch. You don't always have to pair the assignments together. What I mean by that is sometimes you may have to repair the damage and do the launch assignment rather than the repair assignment. You can't always pair them together. You know, there's a lot of tips and tricks videos out there on SimCity, but first off, you need to figure out, like, first off, look at who's posting them and look at their city and what they've accomplished. Then look at how long ago the video was posted. Okay, a lot of those YouTubers that do this game, especially the two main ones, their videos are so dang old, dude. And when you look at their map, they don't have max storage. They don't accomplish hardly anything, and they're not there to make your life easier. They're there to trick you. They work for EA. Come on, man. Why do? Are you kidding me? They don't want you to do good. Please tell me you're joking right now. You really think an EA game changer is going to tell you how to not spend money on SimCity? That's funny. That was a good one. Yeah, no. They're not out there working for EA in hopes that you guys all just crack the system and figure out how not to pay them. Why do you think the game's been changing so much the last 6 months? More than it ever has in the last 6 years. I have never seen this many changes like this in 6 years of playing this game. And the 6 months that my channel has grown, and I've seen a huge number of people start to do good. They have changed every single aspect that I've ever talked about on my channel. Every single one. I've got a list going. I've got like 12 things that I have talked about, like really talked about and changed, and all of a sudden shit hits the fan. That's never happened before in 6 years, and it's all happened in 6 months. You telling me that's an accident? You telling me it's an accident that I get a message from one of the dudes that runs the SimCity page and tells me, you can't advertise your videos here. We can't have that. We only allow EA Game Changer videos. I know your advice is better, but we can't allow that. Yeah. You're really kidding me right now. I save you money, meaning they don't get as much money. They don't like me. I'm going to tell you that right now. EA does not like Missy. Like, come on, dude. And I don't like them either at this moment. I'm going to tell you that. I mean, they got a good game here, but they've really done terrible. So hopefully they can figure it out. I'm not too pleased with their support. I'm not too pleased with their product right now. I hold on to the hopes that they might do better, but man, like this, for example. Some of us OG players, been here 6 years, dude. And this is the crap that we have to deal with if we want to get platinum keys. This is preposterous. It is. It really is. It's bullshit that we have to spend a week of our time and spend this much of our earnings to maybe, if we're lucky to not get hackers, maybe hit first place. You watch. We'll get like 8th place. And it doesn't matter because everybody's like within a 10 points of each other. It's like, seriously, dude. They got me so fucking pissed that I don't even know what I'm looking for right now. What am I doing? What were we doing? We were doing a launch VU. Plastic. I went on a tangent, sorry. I mean, really though, like, I just am astounded at the lack of support with this game, and just, like I said, the latest update with the design feature and stuff, you know, with their, we're testing it crap, so it's not available to everybody. Well, okay, so what's your reason for not giving everybody the side pass? What's your reason for that? Because that has nothing to do with testing. Last year, around Christmas time, several people got side passes that other people did not get, of all levels, of all different, you know, things. Like, okay, you have regionals, you don't have regionals. You know, there was no rhyme or reason for any of it, is what I'm trying to say. I have low-level players that have that new design feature unlocked and high-level players that don't, and then vice versa. And, you know, okay, fine. If you're testing something, that makes sense. But please explain to me what the side pass has anything to do with it. And not only that, if you're going to allow these players to test the product and get buildings, then you should allow them to at least be earned for the people that don't get that option. Because that's not fair, that they would get buildings that we wouldn't get, right? It's just, it's BS. And I don't think that EA realizes, you know, a lot of people really make this game about their daily routine. And when you continuously put out buildings and give back to the people, it's going to draw more people in. Do you know how many people have come to me and told me, Missy, I would have already quit. I was already done with this game, but you made it to where it was actually doable. I actually started benefiting, and I decided, you know what, it's worth picking back up again. Yeah, because they weren't so miserable. They actually had a chance. So many people get frustrated with this game. And I don't blame them, because I'm going to tell you, if I didn't already have my city the way that it was and just enjoy the, you know, the downtime of the game and, you know, communicating with people and stuff and helping people, that's why I'm here. Is to help people because I have knowledge that can be useful to you. And if I didn't have the ability to, let's say, conversate in a group or whatever, I would have already been done with the game too, with the direction that it's went. I'm dead serious, because I am sick of this crap. You know, if you don't make your city something beforehand, we're waiting on these plastic here, then you're going to end up in a situation where it's like you're running in place. And that's all you'll ever be and do is run in place. And it sucks. It really sucks. You know, I've got players that are high level that have been playing for just as long as me and have accomplished a fraction of what every single person that's restarted has accomplished in 3 months' time. In 6 months of their 6 years of playing. Okay, let's see. I'm still waiting on that plastic because I can't find any. Let me see if Bree or Sydney have any up, because I'm impatient. Then we'll get that launch one done, and then I'm going to jump on a live stream and we'll continue on, but I'm going to do this on a live stream. Oh my god, see, this is what happens. I go looking for one thing and then I come across another, and then my depot gets full, and yeah, ends up problematic. So we'll get this done, and then I'll take a screenshot and I'll do the live stream. Now, the way that I've been doing these recordings, you guys, is rather than making you guys watch the live stream, I've been updating you guys with my decisions. So my first video that I did, I had done the assignments in the middle of the night, so I wasn't recording at the time I was doing them. Then I updated you guys, so that's walkthrough number 1. Okay? The next morning, or that same morning, I did a live stream, and I did a portion of my day, and I took screenshots during my live stream, and then I made walkthrough part 2. So I was able to update you guys what happened in the live stream. That's the way I'm going to be doing it, so that you're not forced to watch 45-minute live streams or 2-hour live streams just to see the decisions I made, to come back and be like, okay, how did we get here? So you don't have to watch the live streams, but if you want to see the choices being done in real time, then the live stream is where you're going to want to check that out. Okay, so now that we've got the plastic done, let's get this repaired. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to take a screenshot. And we're going to beat this train, because I do not want to get stuck behind this train. Okay, It's the morning train. It's gonna be like one, you know, those memes that you have of like ninja breaking a keyboard on his head. It's gonna be like the Missy train, like the SimCity YouTuber with the train in the background. Freaking ridiculous. It's like 10 straight seconds that I was talking, he was honking his horn. God, it's like there's a fast food restaurant here, okay? And the Burger King, you go up to the window and the lady's like, "Hi, what can I get for you?" And then it's like the moment you open your mouth, the train horn, beep. And she's like, "Sorry, I didn't catch that." And you're like, "Okay." And you go to open your mouth and he goes, "Honk, honk." And you're just like, oh my God, dude. And then for the next 5 minutes straight, you just feel the whole ground rumbling and hear the train just shaking, and you're screaming into the Burger King box, and she's going, "Uh-huh, yep." Like she's used to it, but you're not. So you're just like, oh my God, seriously. It's bad. That poor Burger King has been through hell. There's also a marina right next to the railroad tracks. And one of my mom's boyfriends used to live down there before they tore it all apart. And he had a boathouse. And I remember the first time we stayed over there, dude, the train came by. And I swear that train was going through that thing. Like, the whole damn thing was shaking. Like, literally, the boat's rocking and the thing's shaking. And it literally sounds like it's running through the living room. And I'm like, dude, how the hell? And he's over there snoozing away. And I'm just like, what the hell? And we only lived, you know, maybe 4 miles from him, if that. So, I mean, I was pretty used to the train myself, but this was like being right up next to the track. It was ridiculous. And then, like I said, the water was rumbling and just, yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm surprised they even have that track in order still. Okay, let's see. See what we got. What do you guys think we got? An upgrade? Maybe. Aha! See? Let's get that done. That's a premium task there. Okay. So, I have 2 factories open. I'm going to go ahead and collect a couple of things. And get these... Well, let's see. Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and start a token on that, because I have so much feed here. You got to remember, I have to keep up on items for repairs, upgrades. I still have half an epic project to do on my Frosty map. Shipments, regional shipments, you know, all the stuff I have to keep up on. And so a lot of the items that you see me making, I'm only making because, as you can see, I don't have them here. And they're hard to obtain. I could ask my group members for them, but they're low-level players. And every item that they sell me that isn't considered to be a profitable item, it actually costs them money. Because now they end up having to make it back rather than making something profitable. So in a sense, you know, me depending on them to help me, it costs them. And I don't want their experience in my group to cost them. They're supposed to be here to benefit, right? So I'm gonna, usually I give to the people in my group, whether it be knowledge or items, but I try to help them because I'm high level. You know, I'm at the end of my rope. I've done everything. You know, I have what I need. And the things that I do now are for design or for teaching purposes. So, you know, if I want to burn through all my tokens, I can afford to do that more than they can. So I would rather me burn through my tokens and help them with items than them have to help me. Not that I don't ask stuff of them, but I try to give back to them. And that, you know, that really comes down to what it takes to be like a good group member. You know, so if you're in a group, any group for that matter, just try to remember that, you know, a lot of the items that you may be selling to the global market that you don't find to be valuable could be extremely valuable to others in your group. So always offer your depot to your group members before just globaling the stuff. Even like epic projects and stuff would be more beneficial than, hang on just a second. I was seeing the epics, not epics, but even the textiles would be more beneficial than just simply getting rid of them. Okay? Dude, these headphones are so terrible. They always make these weird, like, no, you guys hear it's like I can't explain. It almost sounds like a gremlin. And I hear it in my left ear. It's so bizarre. And when I turn the headphones, it stops sometimes. But then other times it comes back and it almost sounds like there's an alien in my ear. And I bought a new pair and it stopped for a while, but now this pair is starting to do it again. So I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna buy another pair. Because I really like the headphones. I have bad luck with headphones. Okay, so let's get these upgrades done here. So I need 3 cheesecake. I think I know where I can get those. The couches, TVs. Okay, 5 of those. All right, so this is going to be easy. Pizza, bricks. So I'm going to go over to TK's Depot. Hang on just a second here. All right. See, now this type of stuff here. Everybody, when you come to my group, you're expected to watch the group rules video because this right here garden. She's a savage. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end this this recording because this is getting good.